Let's face it, martial arts movies are awesome, especially the ones that come from other countries. Seriously, who doesn't love great fight scenes and terribly dubbed voiceovers?
You're mistaken. It's not hot air. 'Cause now, I'm gonna show you my new kung fu!
Of all the recent martial arts films that have been released, none are more awesome than The Raid Redemption. This action-packed film comes to us from Indonesia and opens up with a SWAT team getting ready to raid an apartment building owned by a crime lord named Riyadi. His character introduction does a great job of showing how merciless and evil he is. The apartment complex is occupied by criminals, and with each new floor comes a new challenge. As they get higher and higher, seamlessly tearing through bad guys, Riyadi makes this announcement.
You may have noticed we have some guests trawling the halls today. Now, I certainly did not invite them, and they most certainly are not welcome. So, in the interest of public health, should you rid this building of its recent infestation, well then, you can consider yourself a permanent resident of this building, free of charge.
It's at this moment that all hell breaks loose, and it's pretty much non-stop action from here, as the SWAT team is relentlessly attacked by criminals engaging in all sorts of fight scenes, ranging from guns, weapons, and tons of hand-to-hand combat as well. Most films that center on great fight scenes generally have weak stories. This is mainly because much more effort is put into choreographing fight scenes and stunts rather than organizing a compelling story. However, this film gives us the best of both worlds. The fight scenes are beyond realistic and feel raw and gritty, so much so that you can almost feel every kick and punch being landed. I like how the characters' faces start to swell after they've been hit. It's a minor detail, but it's a nice touch that gives the film an even heightened sense of realism. One of the best parts about this movie is its cinematography. It's done right, giving us more of a third-party perspective on the action instead of the typical shaky camera that movies like The Bourne Identity tend to use a lot. The story is great as well. It takes plenty of twists and turns to keep it interesting and as intense as the action. It only took 5 months to shoot this movie, which is incredible for the amount of choreography that went into it. That's because the actors and filmmakers spent 4 months perfecting all the action and stunts before they even started filming. They even had the actors go through actual SWAT training to perfect their movements and hand signals to make it more realistic. Again, a small detail that goes a long way.
We wanted them to learn everything they could about the weapons they were going to use in the film, so that they wouldn't look like amateurs, they wouldn't look like they'd never picked up a gun before. But also to establish a sense of brotherhood amongst them as a group, to get them having like a working relationship and to rely upon each other like they would in real life.
If you watch this movie and crave more action like this, fear not. It has already received a sequel, The Raid 2, which is just as good if not better than the first film. There's also plans for a third film already in the works and even talks of an American remake. But I'm not too excited about that because we all know what happened to the American remake of the Korean masterpiece Old Boy.
Last call for alcohol. Speak up or forever hold your peace.
The Raid Redemption is one of the best action movies I've seen in a long time. With a minuscule budget of $1.1 million, this movie is a great example of not needing a huge budget to make a great film. This under-the-radar British film sees Tom Hardy as Ivan Locke, a man who is going through the most stressful car ride of his entire life. For those of you who don't know who the Marx brothers are, they were 4 siblings, Groucho, Harpo, Chico, and Zeppo Marx,